everybody, in today's video I'm going to be flipping through my February journal pages, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing a question that I was asked in a video last week. And basically this particular person uses the same style journals that I do, with the weekly and the personal journaling in a different blank insert. But she asked if, she says that she writes first and decorates at the end, because she uses the right side of her journal. Let me just open this up really quick. She uses the right side for additional notes, and she says it leads to feeling cramped and not thought out. Would I mind explaining how I use the space left after decorating for my journaling? How do I determine where to put my decorations? And do you have any idea what you are going to write on a given page when you decorate it? These are all really great questions, and I can answer them very, very easily. Let me flip to this one. So this one I decorated after the fact, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm pretty sure I decorated during the week. I just started putting random things down and kind of writing around, which is typically what I do in this particular insert. I do not pre-decorate these pages usually. I did in another page for a video that I was doing. It was a challenge, but typically with this, I put things that I get in the mail, stamps, you know, a hand lettering from an envelope or a card, just stuff like that. I put those down in here, and then at the end of the week I come in and kind of write down these things over here, and then notes at the end of the week. I kind of work around the decorations that I need to. And I do this just because I want to save the stuff that I'm getting in the mail for my friends as the week is going, so I don't lose them. I put them directly in here so that I don't lose anything. This was another piece of mail packaging. I liked the image, so I saved it. And then I just started quickly putting down stickers, and then kind of worked around that, and sometimes, you know, that works for me. This particular week I wrote a lot of the stuff beforehand. I was sick this week, so I didn't really have a whole lot of time to put anything in, and everything was kind of an afterthought with this particular layout. So there's a lot more writing than decorating, which is fine for me. The same goes for this. I had put down a couple of these stickers beforehand, and then did my writing, and then during the week I put down these postage stamps, just because that's what I like to do. I like to save the postage stamps and put them in here. And then this particular one I pre-decorated for a video for a challenge, the Poi Chin challenge, which I will link in the description or in a card. And then I wrote really, really small around everything. But when I was decorating, I made sure that I left a little bit of space in each one, even though I didn't know what was going on. I know I don't really write a whole lot on this particular insert anyway. So just leaving a little bit of space in each one was perfectly fine for me, because this is just a synopsis. This is just a quick flip. When did I take Emmett to the doctor? Let me flip through February. I know it was in February. Okay, right here. I took Emmett to the doctor this day. So that's just how I use this. This is not, this is just an archived memory keeper, I guess. I don't really like to call it a planner because I'm not planning anything in this. I don't pre-plan anything. So that is that one. Completely different process for this particular journal, and I'm going to explain to you how I do that. I've talked about my dirty planner before in the past, and it is the same exact process still today. During the week, I write down anything that I do during the day, whether I need to remember it or not. I don't write down in any other journal that I go to the grocery store. I don't write down that I did chores. I don't write down, you know, just that silly, monotonous, I went to Walmart. You know, I might write down that I went to Walmart if I got something that maybe I might need to return or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I just write down what I do. I write down my incoming mail. I write down my outgoing mail, things I need to remember to put into my personal journal, and the memory keeper archived system, the horizontal notebook. So that is what I do. And then at the end of the week, at the end of the month, when I film a video, whenever I feel creative or inspired and I have time to come into my office, I pull that journal out And then I'm able to open up my journal and say, okay, this is what I need to kind of, this is space I need to work with. So let's pause for a second. I just have decorated this little divider for February. We have January's pages in here, and I wanted to kind of create a big divider for the month because I love February. So I just used some doilies here and just wrote, or used these stickers, and just divided the pages, the part of the book in here. So here we have, I've just decorated using some Happy Mail again in here. I put in a postcard that I got that I felt really went with the vibe of the colors I wanted to work with, and then used these date stickers. I knew the space I needed to work with when I decorated these pages because I decorated them after the fact, and then I wrote my journaling in after the fact. The same for this particular layout. I knew that I had a lot to write about on the 4th because I went to my dirty planner and saw, oh man, I have a lot to write about. I'm going to make sure that I leave an entire space to work with when it comes to my journaling. I'm only going to put a little bit of decoration here. I saved an envelope here, and I actually have some stuff tucked in here. I need to put this back because I did my written journaling and I didn't want that wax seal to mess up my handwriting. But yeah, I just cut this envelope apart and created a pocket that I could put stuff into. And I loved, the reason I wanted to save it is because it had a really pretty postmark. Another one of those things where I knew I didn't know that I was gonna have a lot, I didn't know what was going on. I decorated this page before the 5th happened, but I wanted to make sure that I used a lot of my supplies for the Lunar New Year. So I had some stickers and some stamps that I wanted to save. I didn't do anything this day because I was sick, so I just took up the entire page with this hand lettering and then just a quick note about what happened with the boys, with the date and this really pretty postcard with this and the date, and that was it. Now this is a layout that I knew what I needed to work with beforehand. I looked at my dirty planner, I said, oh my gosh, I was sick all week, I don't need a whole lot of space to write about this. So I put 3 days on one page, used different color ink, so that I could divide it out. Even though the dates do a pretty good job, I felt like it kind of went with it. I used the yellow from this, the green from that, and the red from this, and then this orangey color from here for this. But on the 9th I had a lot to write about, so I left myself an entire page to do so. This next 2 pages are a layout where I had no idea what kind of journaling I was going to be doing. I made a journal with me video using some really pretty Valentine's Day supplies that I had received in the mail, and decorated 4 pages, and I had a memory lapse, and during the video I decided, hey, I'll just put down a date on each day, and when the journaling comes I won't have to worry about finding these stickers because they're already on there. But when the time came, I realized that I probably could have gotten the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th, all of that journaling done on one layout, just because we didn't do anything on Sunday, so I had to take up a whole lot of space with the hand lettering, and then just didn't do anything today other than watch the rain. I didn't need to document this day at all. I could have skipped the 10th altogether. It didn't need to be in this journal. The 11th, probably I should have kept it in here. I had a lot going on. I had a funny little story about Cullen that I wanted to write. So I needed this full page. The 12th didn't need to be in here at all. I didn't do anything. But I had already put the sticker down, so I had to fill up the space because these stickers don't peel up very easily. And then the 13th, I had a lot of journaling that I needed to write. So in reality, I could have skipped the 10th and the 12th and just put the 11th and 13th on this layout. But I pre-decorated the pages, and that's how it works out. In the end, it still looks nice, but yeah. So here is Valentine's Day. I wanted to use 2 pages for this because I didn't know what kind of ephemera I was going to want to save from the day. In the end, I only saved these 2 pieces, which was kind of a waste, but I did have a lot of journaling. I did take 2 pages of journaling, and then I saved this really lovely Valentine's Day card and note that I had gotten from a friend. So that's really cute in there. And then here we are, the 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. Again, 4 days on one layout. So I knew when I decorated these pages, I didn't have a whole lot going on, and I could get all of these days journaled on one layout, and it looks really good. Here's something fun. I think I do it in the end. Hold on. The 23rd was one of those layouts. The 23rd and 24th, I decorated these pages before the days happened. And I got lucky because I didn't have a whole lot going on the 23rd, and I did have a lot going on this Sunday. So the space that I allowed myself actually worked out in the end. So that was great. This is just some saved packaging from a package that I got from Cafe Analog. Her packaging is to die for, and I wanted to save it. So that's what that is. But you know what? Actually, I don't think I've done it. But here we have the 25th, 26th, and 27th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th, all on these pages. Used that dirty planner, saw I didn't need a whole lot of space, and was able to fit 4 days. But I think what I had done, yeah, I did it here. So we go from the 20th through the 23rd. I skipped 2 or 3 days because I didn't need to journal about them. Nothing happened, and I didn't need to fill up that space. And so that's exactly what I did. I didn't even use the stickers. I just went on with my journaling and didn't feel the need to use up pages for journaling that I don't need to remember. So I didn't need to remember this day. In reality, I didn't need to remember this day or this day, but just the way that I had set the journal up, I wrote about it anyway so that the journaling would be there. So yeah, that is my process. That is how I do it. I want to give you guys the permission to do the same, to skip days, and to not feel that pressure to put an entire day's journaling on one layout or one page. I also want to say that if you want to pre-decorate your pages and not put any of the dates down, what you could do is you could have like 10 decorated pages, and if you have one of those days where you need like 6 pages to write about, just put the date at the top of the entry and then write, and then use the date for the next entry, divide the page up, and then write. You don't need to put any kind of date or divider on pages if you want to pre-decorate them to help you if you need a creative moment and you need to go in and decorate some pages, or if you're like me and want to pre-decorate when you have the time and not have to decorate and write at the same time. I go in, I pre-decorate, and then I come in later and do the journaling when I have a little bit more time to think about what I want to say. So yeah, just give yourself the permission to do whatever works for you. Don't feel the pressure to make things conform to a style that maybe you're not comfortable with. You know, that's not natural, and that takes the joy out of the process, especially when it's journaling, when you should be writing down your feelings and releasing things or remembering things or saving things that you want to save. You know, it should be fun. It shouldn't feel pressured. So that's the end of this video. I hope I answered that question thoroughly, and I hope it was inspiring. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that I didn't ramble too much. I want to quickly show you my February pages in here. So I've got my monthly view here. This is where I keep track of appointments, mail, and YouTube videos. I just use stickers as like a tracker to keep track of those things. And then in the back, I've got my blank pages back here that I'm using for the Project Me challenge at Cafe Analog. So I've got my cover page here, I've got my check-in here, and the challenge here. And I will leave the link for this particular challenge down below so you guys can find it, because it's really a lot of fun. And then I kept track of my incoming or my outgoing mail with IncoWrimo for February, which I did not keep up with, and then my incoming mail over here. And then here is a sneak peek at March. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was inspiring. I hope I answered that question. I hope that more than one of you enjoyed the response. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time. I'm sorry there's no Mail Art Monday today, but I wanted to get this one uploaded to quickly. I wanted to get it uploaded first thing in March. So that's what we've got. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.